What if everything you thought you knew about seafood after 60 was completely wrong? Behind closed doors, scientists around the world have uncovered shocking truths about seafood. Some can extend your life, rebuild joints, and boost brain power. Others, they silently wreak havoc, raising blood pressure, damaging memory, and accelerating joint decay. New studies show 3 out of 4 seniors are eating seafood that's making them age faster. One type, even still sold in stores, is linked to a 29% higher risk of memory loss. And the worst part, the seafood that could actually reduce inflammation by 45% and rebuild cartilage, most seniors have never even heard of it. Why? The seafood industry has spent millions to bury these findings in obscure journals, but today we're bringing the truth to light. This video will reveal the 4 seafoods to avoid at all costs and the 4 you should eat daily if you want to stay active, sharp, and pain-free. Let's start with the most dangerous seafoods hiding in plain sight. 4 raw oysters from warm waters. They seem luxurious, but for seniors, raw oysters from warm waters are a high-stakes gamble. The threat, a bacterium called Vibrio vulnificus found in warm coastal waters where these oysters are harvested. It's not just food poisoning, it causes septicemia, a deadly blood infection that spreads fast. As we age, our immune systems weaken, making seniors 80 times more vulnerable to this infection. A CDC study tracked 422 Vibrio cases. Of those who died, 96% were over 60, and the mortality rate hit 52% in seniors with diabetes or liver issues. Symptoms begin mild, maybe a stomachache, but within 24 hours, it can escalate to chills, fever, and blood-filled skin lesions. The bacteria multiply in the bloodstream, overwhelming the body. Want oysters? Eat them fully cooked. Steam them for at least 5 minutes, or grill until the shells pop open. Or better yet, replace them with steamed mussels, which offer similar nutrients without the risk. 3. King mackerel. This fish may look impressive at the seafood counter, but it's packed with methyl mercury, a toxic metal that accumulates in brain tissue. Mercury levels in king mackerel are some of the highest in any fish. And for seniors, it's especially dangerous. A Harvard study of 200 adults, over 65, showed that those who ate king mackerel regularly had 30% faster cognitive decline. Early signs: trembling hands, brain fog, then memory loss, and peripheral neuropathy, a condition that causes burning numbness and weakness in your feet. Lab tests showed mercury levels at 11.2 ppm, more than double the EPA safety threshold in frequent mackerel eaters. Swap it for Atlantic mackerel, which has 75% less mercury. Even better, choose wild salmon or sardines. 2. Imported shrimp from Asia. That bag of shrimp might seem like a budget-friendly choice, but it could be the dirtiest seafood in your freezer. Over 90% of shrimp in the U.S. comes from industrial farms in Southeast Asia, especially Vietnam, Thailand, and China. These farms are often unregulated and filled with human waste, pesticides, and banned antibiotics. Consumer Reports found banned drugs in 60% of imported shrimp. These included chloramphenicol, nitrofurans. Older adults are more vulnerable to these toxins. The chemicals accumulate in the liver and kidneys, making you feel tired, nauseous, and more prone to infections. A Texas study tested 342 shrimp samples and found 162 different drugs, including 11 banned substances. Long-term exposure raises your risk of antibiotic-resistant infections by 400%. Instead, choose wild-caught American shrimp from the Gulf or Atlantic. Yes, it's pricier, but much safer. 1. Farm-raised tilapia. Tilapia is cheap, available everywhere, and advertised as a healthy protein. But farm-raised tilapia is the most inflammatory seafood in America. These fish are raised in overcrowded concrete tanks, mostly in China, and fed corn, soy, and chicken feces. The omega-6 to omega-3 ratio in tilapia is 11, one which fuels systemic inflammation, linked to arthritis, Alzheimer's, heart disease. Wake Forest researchers found that eating tilapia raises inflammatory markers more than bacon. Only 2% of imported tilapia is inspected by the FDA. Johns Hopkins found dioxins, toxic pollutants, 11x higher than EPA safety limits in farmed tilapia. For seniors, these toxins accumulate quickly in fat and organs, causing joint pain, brain fog, and higher heart risk. Choose wild pollock Pacific rockfish or canned wild salmon instead. Now, let's talk about the seafood you should be eating. 4 Pacific sardines. Small, cheap, and packed with nutrients. Sardines contain more calcium than milk, more vitamin D than cereal, more CoQ10 than many supplements. Their soft bones offer 35% of daily calcium needs, and with vitamin D and phosphorus that calcium absorbs better and reduces kidney stone risk. A Stanford study found women eating sardines twice weekly had 4% yearly bone density gains, while those on calcium pills saw no change. Because they feed on plankton, sardines have virtually no mercury. Portuguese research found sardines lowered heart disease risk by 38% and improved cognition by 15%. 3 Wild-caught Alaskan salmon. Forget farm-raised. Wild Alaskan salmon is one of the most healing foods for aging bodies. Why? It contains astaxanthin, 6,0,0x stronger than vitamin C, selenium for thyroid support, omega-3s that fight inflammation. Japanese researchers found seniors eating wild salmon had 40% less cognitive decline over 8 years. UCLA showed regular consumers had 50% lower inflammation markers than farmed fish eaters. Each serving also provides 1,000 IU of natural vitamin D supporting bones, immunity, and mood. Choose copper river sockeye or king salmon from Alaska. Even canned wild salmon works wonders. 2 green-lipped mussels, New Zealand. These mussels contain ETAs omega-3s found nowhere else. ETAs are 200x more effective than regular fish oil in reducing inflammation. A study on 400 arthritis patients showed 89% less pain, 91% better mobility in 12 weeks. They also contain glycosaminoglycans, which rebuild joint cartilage naturally. New Zealand studies showed cartilage regeneration in 45% of seniors eating them regularly. They're rich in iron, natural glucosamine and chondroitin, manganese and copper for bone and collagen support. Steam them with garlic and herbs or buy high-quality supplements. 1 Wild Mediterranean octopus. This is your brain's best friend after 60. Octopus delivers the most complete protein of any seafood, taurine, 16x more than salmon to protect the heart, copper essential for memory and mood, unique peptides that stimulate growth hormone for muscle repair. Italian studies showed Mediterranean seniors who ate octopus scored 45% higher on cognitive tests. Greek studies found seniors eating octopus gained 12% more lean muscle and 30% more grip strength without changing exercise routines. It also provides 600% of your daily vitamin B12 with natural absorption enhancers. Buy wild-caught Mediterranean octopus. Start with baby octopus if you're new. Freeze to tenderize, then simmer or grill with olive oil and lemon. After 60, your body doesn't forgive bad choices, but it responds fast to good ones. Start with just one change this week. Swap farm-raised tilapia for sardines. Replace imported shrimp with green-lipped mussels. Add wild salmon or try grilled octopus. The ocean holds both poison and medicine. Now you know which is which. Comment below. Which of these seafoods were you eating without realizing the risk? Which will you try first? We read every comment and respond with personalized tips. And if this helped you, like and subscribe to Vital 365. We've got more science-backed health tips coming soon. Here's to strong bones, sharp minds, and aging on your terms. See you in the next one.